Just tell me what to do.
All right. So we are live now. I'm gonna go ahead and wait for a couple people to kind of trickle in.
Okay.
Um,
What's your thing? What do you focus collect? Do you focus collect?
kind of. I focus collect on Star Wars. I like anything Star Wars. It makes it tough because everything looks so cool.
Oh, I know.
Um,
Especially nowadays. Oh my God.
yeah, so I really enjoy sketch cards. So I definitely prefer if I get a box, I'm hoping for that over a an auto.
hmm
Um, but I like Vader a lot, and
hmm
I like Sabine. That's kind of like my off collection. I like Kira, I like Rey, I like Padme, I like you know a lot of the popular characters.
Yeah.
Vader,
I'll
but
show you a cool Vader thing. It's not something I did, but I'm just kind of going through stuff.
yeah.
Uh,
So
I collect as well, right?
yeah, so
So
Sabine's kind of the like off one that I try to collect, where there's not as many people that I've got to fight for stuff from. Um,
that's a Dave
oh,
Dorman.
nice,
Yeah, Dave Dorman did
nice.
that one for me. And behind it, since you like Vader, um,
Yeah, Ray Vader.
that's sorry, that's a Howard Chaykin.
Okay.
So, of course, he did he drew Star Wars #1,
Mm.
like the comic book. So
Oh, really? I didn't know that. Yeah,
yeah,
I'm not too into
yeah.
comics, but that's really cool.
Yeah.
Um, so, anyways, what's up, guys? We've got some people kind of trickling in.
Hey,
Mike
people. All
Halcomb
right.
joined.
Mikey.
Jot's over here. So we've got
AJ.
Anil Sharma, the space Hindu himself. Um, we were lucky enough to have him join us because he wasn't going to be able to. He had a lot of stuff going on, but he made some time for us and especially for you guys. Um, anyways, you want to tell us a little bit about yourself. How long you've been drawing for. Where you're from, and what was your first set with tops?
Okay, so the basics are I'm here in rainy Vancouver today. It's been great weather all week, but today it's raining, which is a great day to stay inside and draw and talk to you guys. But my Well, okay, so trying to do those questions in order again. Um, I've been drawing since I was a little kid. I saw Star Wars in the theater in 1978. It wasn't 1977, but it was, of course, in those days, movies kept going. You could watch a first run movie a year later, and if it was a blockbuster, and of course Star Wars was. So I didn't see it till I was about 5, and of course it changed my life. I started drawing. Uh, my two things that I loved when I was a kid were drawing Star Wars and drawing hockey. So goalie masks, you can tell we love like stormtroopers and helmets and stuff. So goalies um, were also a thing. And here I am, about 40 years later, still drawing hockey and still drawing Star Wars. So there you go, in a nutshell. A couple other things about me that some people might not know. I'm also a photographer and a teacher, but the photographer part of me is so I do shoot NHL games and concerts is the other big thing that I do. So I've been doing that for about 15 years. So I kind of took a break from drawing and painting because I've been doing nothing but photography for uh, the last 15, almost 20 years. And then I just said I want to start drawing again. And I started drawing the thing that I absolutely love. And if you can see, I also have a podcast called Generation X Wing. If you ever want to hear me blather on about stuff I don't know anything about, please join in. So anyway, what happened is we started doing this podcast about 5 years ago, and as a kind of a thing that while we would podcast, I started drawing again, and so I'd do a different drawing that usually my wife would pick. I would say, pick a Star Wars character, and she knows nothing about almost any of them, and so she would pick the most random characters, and I would start drawing them, kind of like almost a meditative thing, kind of get off the phone and devices and things. So kind of a busy person, need my hands moving and stuff. So drawing was the thing, and then I discovered our lovely group that you guys are all part of, and I discovered that there's this thing called sketch cards, which I knew nothing about, and so I kind of said, well, I can draw. Maybe I can do that. And it's actually a group member who's an incredible artist, Kyle Babbitt, who some of you I'm sure know. Kyle kind of helped me out early on and kind of guided me a little bit in the process of becoming a sketch artist. And my first set was Rogue One in, I guess, December of,
Series 1 or 2?
I think it was Series 1. I think it was Series 1. It was Series 1. I think. I can't remember. It was December of 2016, so I think it was indeed Series 1, because there wasn't a lot of reference. And it was one of those sets where they asked us to do a lot of, like, we would have to do, like, 5 of the same drawing kind of thing, which was, I think collectors, hated.
I can imagine. Yeah, that's an
It wasn't a lot
interesting
of
one.
it wasn't a lot of fun for an artist either, because then it's just, and it reminded me too much of one of my early goals was to be an animator for Disney, and I actually was picked up to do a Beauty and the Beast Christmas special, and I just kind of saw how monotonous it was to draw a hand go 24 frames a second, and I was like, no, this isn't for me, and that's when I kind of went full bore into teaching. So that's what I do. So yeah, concerts, NHL, teaching, and drawing, and illustrating and painting and stuff. So that's me.
Awesome. Yeah. I know. I know we've got plenty to talk about. I want to know, what was your most recent set that you worked on? I know you did the Women of Star Wars, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And then are you in any of the upcoming ones as well?
So was Women of Star Wars the last one? I did Rise of Skywalker, Series 1 and 2.
Okay. Yeah. Series 2 is supposed to come out and it hasn't yet.
Right. Yeah. So did I do stuff? Yeah, I did do stuff for that. It becomes a blur sometimes. So by the way, I am drawing as we go. So Mike, there's your card of Dune that's coming. It's not for you unless, by the way, if anybody wants this, at the end of this, someone who wants to donate some money to their local food bank, I will mail this to you. Okay.
Ooh. Okay.
Yeah. So I said no to one of my first sets ever. I've been doing every set since Rogue One, and I finally had to take a little break because I just wanted to do some, bigger things and different stuff. And so then I took a little break from, I guess, was Chrome Perspectives or something that's supposed to come out. Is that right?
Chrome. Yeah. Yep.
The Chrome? Yeah. So I said no to that one. And then, of course, something happened in the world, in case you didn't notice, that makes a lot of us have to stay at home for most of the day. So I was like, okay, well, I got time. So I'm waiting for my next set to arrive, which will be, I guess it's,
The
what's it
Holocron
called?
set.
Holocron, correct. Yeah, Holocron.
We got a
So
question coming
that's
in from Jot Jot,
all
specifically
right, my
related
man.
to your Rogue One stuff. He wants to
Okay.
know. He said he's got a Blue Leader General Merrick sketch by you
Right.
out of
Yeah.
Rogue One. He said he doesn't remember if it's Series 1 or Series 2. Do you happen to remember the sketch, and do you happen to remember which series it was?
I remember the sketch, and I do believe that was Series 1. Yeah, that
Series
was
one.
Series 1. Yeah,
Okay.
that was Series 1.
Mark it down, Jaja. He said it's even more special since it's your first set. He's pretty excited about that. So I'm sure
Ah,
he's happy to hear that you confirmed it was Series One.
yeah.
Um,
My
now,
rookie card.
yeah, exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. So that kind of sparks a question for me. How often? So like, do you remember almost like if somebody were to show you? I guess maybe more so, or would you, if we described it to you, do you remember every card you've drawn for Star Wars set since you started?
I would say I'd be pretty confident in saying yes to that. I do have a pretty good memory about things and very visual. And I I tend to only like I am, I'm a huge Star Wars nerd. Like, I'm not a mercenary rolling in here just to take your guys' hard-earned Star Wars money. I'm doing this because I love it, and so that means, there's some deep dives that I will do. Like I did a Bomar Monk. um, not many people can do the Bomar Monk, and to do the Bomar Monk, there's only like two very crap visuals you can find unless you do a screen frame by frame. So I pulled out my action figure and I
Mm,
drew it from that. So because I have a pretty substantial toy collection as well.
okay.
Um, so yeah, like I there was I remember from Rogue One there was that scene where Saw's gang grabbed Bodhi, and you get that little turn from the black shadow. I call him the shadow trooper because he's just the black biker scout, right? And there's nothing like there's no pictures of that guy unless you do a really like he's on screen for half a second, but he looks so cool, and I had to do like a frame by frame to try to get as much detail on him as I could. So there's a lot of I think probably one of the things that the collectors might not see is uh, how much time we spend actually figuring out who we're going to draw. I mean, I can't speak for all artists, but I know for myself, like I really work hard on you know finding good because I love the details, right? The devil's in the details, and Star Wars is one of the reasons there's so much going on, and there's so many cool little things and little details that if you blink, you'll miss like a thousand things. And I really try to do the research for the accuracy and things because as a collector and a Star Wars nerd, that stuff matters to me, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I think I could probably tell you just about every card I've done. Yeah.
Laura's asking if you will do a duet with her. She just sang on her video. Um,
I
so
would be honored. Honored. Yeah.
now
Laura's an amazing artist. I would love to do that.
you said you remember most cards. What about this one? You remember this one?
I do remember that one. ESB black and white, I believe.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I guarantee all those teeth are the right level of crooked.
Yeah, it's
That's cool.
it's yeah. I was pretty excited when I got this one.
Wait,
The we've pulled some of yours in some group breaks too. Not
uh,
many, one or two maybe. Um, but yeah, I can't remember all of them. I know I've got pictures of like everything that we've done. So okay, so we're getting closer on
coming
Kira.
along.
You want to explain to anybody who just joined again how they could win this?
So if you just popped in, first person who says that they want it can donate some money to their local food bank. Uh, Send me a screenshot or I'll trust you guys. You guys are good people, but and whatever you want to donate, honestly, every bit helps, and that's something I've been doing a lot, and actually helping out my local comic book store. I'm going to be doing sketch covers and things to kind of keep them afloat, and also help out some people because there's a lot of people that can use some help right now.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
Mhm.
Robert just jumped in and said he's got a bunch of your stuff from Black and White Empire. He's a big fan of that set. Um, oh yeah, yeah. I was gonna
So
say so that image reminds me. You did a series for, I think it was 2017 Masterwork, correct? That was full of trooper helmets, Mandalorian helmets, all sorts of stuff. Now, did I hear today? I know Kevin has talked to me about it a lot, but did I hear that none of that stuff's popped up at all anywhere?
Never seen one of them. We'll get back to Robert's question in a second. Uh, but we, I've never seen it. I did, I think, at least 30 to 40 of them. I can't even remember now. And we have not seen one. So at some point, I'm going to go to like Topps head office, and maybe they're all in one frame in some guy's office for all I know. I don't know. Uh, but never, not on, I've looked on Blowout. I've looked on our forums, our live breaks, eBay, and everywhere that you think you could look, and nada, nothing, zip.
Hmm,
So,
that's crazy.
yeah, and
They need to
figure someone would have heard them.
find the Sabine and just send it to me.
There
So,
you go.
yeah, that's such a shame. I know I've seen pictures of it. I hope that one day we'll find something.
I might
Um,
have to do it again, so just because.
yeah, yeah, definitely. Uh, let's see.
Can I go? I'll go in my process a little bit. So I did a
Yeah.
quick pencil, and then I went in with a really light gray to get all the shapes and everything. And at this point, it's a refining process. So I'm just going in with the darker lines, and then I'll finish it off with the blacks and the really dark grays.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. Awesome. Yeah. No. Hey, that's really awesome of you to be doing that, and you know, such a great opportunity to you know, donate to a food bank in order to win that. Um, so, do you have anything else laying around that might be available, or just something else to show us your style, something that's complete?
Sure. Yeah, I've got some things around here. Uh, these are almost like a companion piece. So I did. This is a original drawing that pencil drawing. Sorry, I did on the day that Carrie Fisher passed away, and I've made some prints of that. But I just give those away to anybody who buys anything from me. I give away. There's a little card print of that. Um, this was a artist return that was supposed to be a pack pull, but sometimes Top slots swaps out our cards. We end up with something that we weren't expecting. Um, I've got a few left from my first Masterworks set. Um, these were now these were based on the 1956. I think I can take this one out so it'll no glare. These are based on what I think was the nicest baseball card set ever made, the 1956 Topps baseball design. Um, so I have a few of those. When black and white came out, we had to do black and white. So I figured, okay, let's go all in on the detail. So I did. I've been doing a series of these where I do the ship and the pilot. Lando, I guess he flew the Bespin in Cloud City. I guess he flew it. And this one, sorry, not for sale. I got to hang on to. It's my only artist return left from Star Wars Galaxy. The other three, there's only four returns. I think Kai owns one, Mike owns one, and I'm keeping this one because Cody's my favorite. And this is the card that I did for Galaxy. I'm sure people have seen it, but card number 21 was my Galaxy card, and this is the original painting, which is sitting here. Had a few offers on it. Haven't decided if I'm ever going to sell it, but it's kind of my first licensed official kind of thing from Star Wars. I might end up framing it and keeping it myself, and maybe my nephews will get it. Another thing that ends up happening is I do have a couple from the original Rogue One. These are I guess my rookie cards. These would be for sale if anybody wants them. And like I said, I do donate a little percentage to the food bank, so that makes you happy. I've kind of switched. My artist returns are almost all painted now. Not almost, they are all painted. So they're either acrylic paint or watercolor I really like because I can get a lot of detail. But this would be an example. I'll have to take this one out. This one belongs to my wife, so sorry I can't sell you this one. But this one took a lot of time.
Wow.
Yeah, that one took about, I don't even know, over 20 hours. Um, but my wife kind of gets first pick on a lot of things, and so she is this part of her collection. But there's some stuff. I'll try to post them underneath my profile, I guess.
Yeah, post them on your. We're calling it a booth.
Yeah. Okay.
Brian Seavey's asking, what's the difference between an artist return and an artist proof? Is there any difference
Oh,
there?
uh, good question because it comes up a lot. And the reason artists try to have to charge a little more. If you don't know, Topps pays us a grand total of three whole U.S. dollars. It's about 5 Canadian. So I'm a baller up here. Um, so we get about three U.S. dollars per card. For every 10 that we do for Topps, we get a blank, and that blank is ours to uh, basically do whatever we want on there and sell. They are, of course, fully licensed um, cards. They're not just what you call a commission, like a personal card or commission. Um, so they are official Topps cards. And so each artist, like these days I only do 30 cards per set. Um, to keep the quality up and keep my energy up and make sure that each card I hope is a good one. And so I only get 3 artist returns. So, of course, I put in quite a lot more effort into those. I hope you guys don't think I dog it on any of my pack pulls. I have been doing only black and white on the pack pulls lately, but I just it's not out of uh, speed or necessity or anything like that. It's more so because uh, when Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi did the black and white sets, they told us we had to do black and white cards, even for the artist returns. And I just realized it brought me back to my old days of comic books and stuff, and I just love the line work, and so I've kind of gone back to that. But the my artist returns, like I said, I only get 3, and I will do those as full-fledged paintings. So that's why we charge a little more for them, and it's kind of how we really make our, make any kind of money at this sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said before, I don't really do this for the money. I do it because I just love Star Wars. But that being said, uh, yeah, hopefully that answers that question.
Well, I think the difference was some people call them artist returns, some people call them APs. What's
Right.
the is there a difference in that, or are those interchangeable?
Well, that's a term from actually the art world, from printmaking and stuff. So artists would have a lithograph or something, or so they do a painting, let's say, and of course that'd be the original painting. And if they made prints, the prints would go, and they do a run of, let's say, 50 prints, and the artist would then get a certain number, about 10 of them or so, uh, that were not part of the print run, and those were called artist proofs.
Mm.
So it's actually it's a bit of a misnomer. It's we're kind of using it wrong, but it just kind of everybody kind of uses that term, but yeah, that comes from the print world. So an
Okay.
artist AR, or artist return, is because they're cards that have been returned to the artist for us to sell on our own versus
Mm-hmm.
being found in a pack. So you can't find this in a pack.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, hey, we are getting low on time here, and we've got a couple
Oh,
rapid fire questions here for you. Okay.
okay.
First up is everybody was loving the Galaxy card that you did your proof of it, or I don't remember which, the original part of it, the original.
Uh-huh.
The somebody says stop being so freaking awesome. Robert said you should keep it. I know you were saying, should I, I might keep it, I might get rid of it, I might give it to my nephews or something. Keep it, he says. Um, Brian Reed is asking if you have, or if you can later on your booth, post any of the licensed stuff that you have for sale. Robert was asking, is that Galaxy original, is that uncut?
Uncut? What do you mean by that, Robert?
I think when like if you looked at it, there's some like white space below and to the side, and then the yellow part for the what is like the background of the actual Galaxy card is there. So is that the entire thing is part of the thing is what he's talking about, or would that
Ah,
rectangular piece be cut out?
okay. So this was the original card from the set, and what happened is I painted this whole thing with Cody and the Walker
Mm-hmm.
and Tops. Actually, Lucasfilm was back and forth with Lucasfilm on approvals, and at the last minute, after I did all that work, they said, "Can you do it with just Rex?" So then, rather than do this all over again, I actually photoshopped out Cody
Mm.
and the ATTE. So the original, this only exists as a card or a Photoshop file, whereas that's the original painting that I did. Yeah,
Oh, I see. Okay,
yeah,
very very
yeah.
cool.
Mm-hmm.
Um, let's see. Yeah, Brian said he wishes Tops would take better care of you guys. I know we've all kind of thought that.
I have nothing bad to say. I honestly like my I love our everyone I've had to work with there. They've been really nice people, and
Mm-hmm.
I would love to have a little more freedom in some of the stuff that we draw, because there's a lot of cool things that I think if they I love doing tributes, and I love doing things with like old movie posters and stuff. This is one that, if you guys know your old '70s movies, that's something I did based on a Superfly, and basically it would have been Superfly standing there holding a gun and some money, and the Falcon would have been replaced by a big old '70s kind of, you know, lowrider type car or something. And I would love to do more stuff like that, and even have I love Orabesh, and we can't use Orabesh, for example.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so it would be nice if they kind of loosen some of the restraints on some of that. I know that there's a few collectors who love like the older stuff because they were a little looser and you could have more cartoonish styles and things, and not everything was completely about the realistic stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But I can do either, whatever they want, I can do.
Yeah. Yeah,
But
absolutely. Because I mean, you're available for some commissions, yeah.
Yeah, when I'm finishing up a big one for one of the collectors in the group, he's got me doing quite a few for him. And then let's see when this set comes in. Supposed to be this week. Fellow artists chime in. I think we're supposed to get them this week. We'll see. Fingers crossed. Again, there's more pressing things in the world. Um, but if you do have something in mind, I'm really hopefully people can vouch them easy to work with. And like I said, I put a lot of love into it because and you always get bonus sketches from me. I'll show you a couple of these are going out this week. Got a couple of collectors in the group buy a few things off of me, so that's a quick little thank you.
Oh, nice.
And this is another little thank you. Sorry, Kai, this is not for you. Not for you, buddy. Um, but yeah, so that's hopefully I'd love to do some. Got a vision in mind, and or let me run with it. I can kind of come up with some cool stuff for you, I hope.
Yeah, absolutely. So, anyways, we are about out of time here. Can we see how Cara Dune's coming along?
Kara's almost done.
Oh wow, nice. So again, tell everybody how they can win this. There's only one, so you got to be quick.
Yeah, so I don't know. What do you guys think? What's a good donation? You just send me a screenshot or something, or promise that you're going to donate some money. First one that I see come into my inbox, it's yours. But yeah, but you stick to your promise, and I'll stick to mine.
Again, donate money to your local food bank is
Local food.
how you get to that.
Yeah.
So go ahead and just let him know that you were able to do that successfully, and he will send you that. So, again, guys, there's been a lot of artists who have been very gracious and offered things up for giveaways in the workshops and stuff like that. And I certainly encourage you just talk to him about what the shipping is going to cost and cover that at least. So Anil just got his post up in the event page, his booth, and he said he's going to be looking to add some pictures. I know Brian Reed is very interested to see what kind of licensed stuff that you have available. So yeah, definitely.
That's actually the only one. Other than that, I'm trying to as far as yeah, that I don't have like the Acme prints or anything like that, but. I just only been doing the sketch cards. I've been trying to branch out at some point, but I wear many hats, and I think that might be when I retire. Really,
Well,
really good at it.
Brian's a big sketch card collector. We actually had
All
him
right.
on last night, so I got to know a little bit more about his collection, what he likes. So I know he was probably freaking out about that Lando you held up. So
Ooh,
although I'm sure that's not available, looks like you got it signed by Billy D. But I know he's a
Billy
big
D.
fan of
Yeah.
that kind of a style. So, anyways, hey, I really appreciate you joining us, Anil. And definitely get some pictures up and let people know what you got available and what your commission availability is going to look like over the next couple of months on the booth in the event page. Again, anybody who hasn't already found it, go find the event page in the TSWCCT group. Go to the events, join the virtual con, and check out all the artist booths. They're specifically devoted in that event to just be for the artists. So it should be very, very easy for you to find all of their booths.
Just some
And
amazing work. Oh
yeah,
man, honestly, like one thing I will say just before we finish up is um, the collector group. I've made some amazing friends, real friends. I think even though I've only met of all the collectors, the only one I've met in person is Kevin Schwartz.
oh, I'm sorry
Uh,
about that.
yeah, he lives down the road, down the I-5, and but I say Mikey Halcomb, he's like a brother to me. JJ Jot Jot, we bonded over his breaks, and we would just talk old school hip hop all day. And so it's really cool. There's so many of you guys. I can't name them all. Kenneth, Kai, all these guys, right? So it's really neat that we can make these bonds over just our love for a movie. And in addition to that, the artists in the group, there's a real fraternity. We're very collegial. We encourage each other, and you guys don't see our group, the back end of it, where we just have our artist group and we really talk. And there's so much passion and encouragement, and it's a really nice community of really good people who are very not only good at what they do, but they're good people.
Yeah, absolutely. Um, So yeah, definitely. Again, guys, go check out all these artists. If you buy something from Anil, you buy something from anybody else, you're going to be entered to win a number of giveaways that are going to be happening on May 4th. You can win multiple times because if you buy multiple things, you get multiple entries. So all the artists, Anil and all the rest of them are going to keep track of that. Let me know how many items that you guys purchased from them, and then we'll go ahead and do that on Monday. Thank you again, Anil, for your time and for joining us and your insight. And
Can I say sorry, Tyler? Can I
yeah,
say
go
one
ahead.
more thing? If there's more than up to about how about up to about three of you, maybe I'll do more. I don't know. Depends on how much time I have next week. But if more of you want to donate to the food bank, I will do some quick sketches like this for you guys. So yeah, just if you donate, send me a screenshot of your donation and maybe a character that you want me to do, and I'll do a quick one for you.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. That's fantastic. Definitely appreciate that, Anil. And I know a couple people who are probably going to come in second or third are going to be excited that they're still going to
Okay.
have the opportunity. So,
Pay it forward.
yeah, absolutely. So, hey, again, thank you for joining us, and we will be back here in just a couple minutes with Nick Gribbin. I will see you guys all again soon.
May the force be with you.